Today I'm going to show you how to make these wool felt envelopes. So I was inspired with Valentine's Day coming up, and I thought it would be nice to make my kids a little something special. So I'm going to run you through how to make them and what materials you need. So to start, you need some wool felt. I love to use 100% wool felt. Maybe I should do a blog about it and why I use it. It's just so much better to use than acrylic, but if all you have is acrylic, then that's better than nothing. So go with that. You also need an envelope, and I'll explain why in a moment. You will need some scissors, some thread. I love to use DMC cotton, often just wind it onto a little stick because it's so much more lovely. Some needles and some pins, and you'll also need a button that will secure your envelope. So begin by gathering your supplies, and we're going to start with our envelope. So take a little envelope you like, and it doesn't have to be little if you've only got a big one, but choose something that you think's sweet. I took this one here, and then I opened it out like this. I then photocopied it, so you can see here, and I then shrunk the image or reduced it. I think I reduced it to 60% of the original size, cut it out, and I got a pattern. So you then place your pattern on your felt, pin in place, and you're going to cut it out. When you've cut it out, take the pins out. And there you go. So you want to now fold your envelope. So work out how it's folded. You might need to look at the original one, go back and have a look at how it's folded. So this bit comes here. And you're just kind of experimenting with what works. You're then going to pin it in place. And then you're going to check if it is able to be turned down. So now you're going to take some thread. When you use a stranded cotton such as this, you will always have 6 strands. So when you take it off, there's 6 pieces of thread. Now when you're doing some sewing such as this, which is a fine project, I would be taking 2 strands. So cut your big piece off about an arm's length, and then you split it into 2. So I've got one threaded with my 2 pieces. I'm going to kind of come up, or actually I'll come through here, but I want to hide my knot inside the envelope. So I'm going to use these scissors to tuck it in, and I'm just going to do a really simple whip stitch. I don't even know if that's the right word for it, but that's what I call it. So you could call it a tacking stitch. I'm just taking a little bit of this side and a little bit of that side, and I'm making sure that I'm not going through to the other side of the envelope, to the front side, otherwise I will not be able to put anything in it. go. So now we fold over the top of our envelope. You can see here I could have sewn it a little bit further in, but that's fine. So we fold it over and we're going to position a button. Now I've run out of these gorgeous ceramic hearts. I wanted to use all of them, but I didn't have enough, so I've just got some other things here. Oh, that's quite sweet, isn't it? So I've also got this cupcake. I love ceramic buttons, and I thought if you were doing it for a birthday, something like that could be beautiful. Etsy has so many great buttons. Type in ceramic buttons or ceramic, whatever you're looking for, what kind of button, ceramic star button, ceramic heart button, and you'd find some gorgeous ones. So we're going to, do I have enough thread? Probably not. So re-thread. Some thread right here. Take your button. You want to check that the tab of the envelope is going to come over the button. So button's going to be sewed on this bottom piece here, and we're going to check that it's going to come over and leave enough space so that when we make the little slit it's not going to tear and rip open the envelope. So I'm going to position it just about there, so I'll just put my thread in first. I might just take 2 stitches to anchor it in place, then thread on my button. Position it and then come up the bottom and go down the top. Probably do another few times, make sure it's really secure. There we go. So stitching off, I take a few stitches, 1, 2, catch the loop. The loop, do it again, attach the loop and then thread out, cut off, and we're almost done. See how it's a bit open? If I should have sewed it like that a little bit further in, but it doesn't matter. Okay, it's the magic of creating something like this that is the important thing. So I'm going to make a little hole where I can see the button needs to go through. So I'm just folding it in half. Tiny. I find it's better to do a much smaller hole, and you can use the button to open it. So you can see that probably needs to be a tiny bit bigger, but you see how small that is. And then put it on the side of the button. Might need to cut this a tiny bit more. There we go. There you have a little envelope that's all ready to put something special in. I was thinking of doing some watercoloured hearts and put a little note in each of them for my children. So as you can see, they open and close. Have fun making them.